Welcome to our Summit Park Market Update webinar. I'm Ron Wilstein, a broker at Keller Williams Luxury Properties here in Park City. We're going to look at sales and prices of sales in Summit Park over the past year. But before we do, I want to give you a quick overview of the Park City real estate market. Over the past 12 months, there's been 1,379 sales. Now that consists of homes, condominiums, and vacant land combined, and that's all real estate brokerages combined. And that's up 3% or 36 sales from the 12-month period the year before. This graph here breaks it down in terms of homes, condominiums, and vacant land. And you can see that the red bars represent the period of April 2016 through March 2017, and the silver bars represent that 12-month period the year before. So we're looking at a year-to-year comparison. Home sales are up by 10% with 541 sales during the last year compared to 492 the year before. Condo sales, there was no change. In fact, it was exactly 666 sales for each year. And lot sales were down by about 7%, with them dropping from 185 sales to this past year 172. It's 13 fewer sales. But let's look at prices, because of course everyone wants to know what's happening with prices. And the good news is the prices are going up. When we look at this graph, we're looking at medium home sold prices. This time I've broken it up into Park City city limits and the Snyderville Basin. And so we're looking at the city properties as well as the county properties that are still regarded as Park City properties. And of course, Summit Park is in the Snyderville Basin. You can see that the prices of homes in the city limits climbed by a whopping 20%, with the median sold price rising from $1.5 million all the way up to $1.8 million. Wow. Snyderville Basin has also been strong with a 10% increase overall, climbing from $881,750 all the way up to $970,000. So good strong figures, wonderful appreciation. Now we're looking at condominiums, and within the Park City limits, the appreciation, again, very strong, 21%, with the median price climbing all the way up to $700,000 from $577,500 the year before. In the Snyderville Basin, also very strong, 15% appreciation from $410,000 all the way up to now $472,500. Lot sales in the city limits, really no change, slightly up by $2,500 to $702,500 from $700,000. Snyderville Basin, however, saw a much stronger increase in land values, 19%, with the median price rising from $400,000 now all the way up to $475,000. So Park City's market is very strong. Prices are strong. We're happy about that. Let's turn our attention to Summit Park. Home sales in Summit Park are up by 19% over last year. So in other words, we had 27 sales a year before. This past year, 32 sales. Very strong sales. Now let's talk about absorption rate. Absorption rate is a rate of sales based upon the current inventory over time. What we do is we look back the last 12 months at Summit Park and we see at what pace were homes selling, and then based upon the current year, we project into the future what we expect them to sell at what rate. Summit Park has been very strong, selling at a pace of one sale every 11 days, and that's very, very strong. Currently, there's only one home on the market in Summit Park, and so it's just very, very limited supply. Good time to sell if you're considering selling, because you have very, very little competition. Gives you the ability to drive those prices up. And with regard to prices, homes in Summit Park have sold from a range of $373,355 all the way up to $801,000. That's quite a range. Of course, it depends on location, features of the home, views, age of the home, a lot of things. The median sold price, however, comes to about $600,000, and that is up 13% from the previous year. Lot sales in Summit Park are up by 14% over last year. There were 7 sales the year before, 8 sales this past year, so 14% equates to 1 extra sale, so I don't want to make too much out of that. But they were up, so that's a good thing. Summit Park lots are selling at a pace of about 1 sale every 46 days. There's currently a limited supply for Summit Park, only 6 lots on the market, which equates to a 9-month inventory. But again, those who have been following Summit Park's market we have in the past seen a lot more homes and a lot more lots on the market than what we currently see. So strong for the marketplace. Price range of the lots have ranged from $46,000 all the way up to $140,000, with the medium sold price being $75,125. That is actually down by 32% because the previous year medium sold price was $110,000. Now do keep in mind that there can be some extraordinary lots that sold, which there were the previous year, that raised that up, and maybe less desirable lots that still sold this previous year, that can account for that decrease. So I don't want you to think that lot values are plummeting. They're not. The supply is limited. They're actually strengthening, but it just has to do with the specific properties that sold one year compared to the next. Speaking of that, if you'd like to get a printout of the homes or the lots that make up these summaries that I've given you, just send me an email, ron@thewilsteinteam.com. Happy to send that to you, and you can look at the specific details that make up these summaries that I'm giving to you right now. I also want to mention at this point how you can get information about the Summit Market whenever you want. We're doing this webinar, and we typically do webinars in Summit Park about every 6 months, but you don't have to wait for the next webinar. What you can do is go to your computer, bookmark BuyParkCityRealEstate.com/Summit Park. That's our main website. We have 3. That's where we host our neighborhood webinars. If you go there, you can request a current market update at any time. In fact, let me just show you how this works. I'm going to put in that address, and that takes me to the specific page on our website that deals with Summit Park. If you scroll down a little bit, you'll see these buttons. The green button here says watch a webinar for an update on Summit Park real estate. In effect, that's what you're doing right now. The blue button to the right of it says send me current sales data on Summit Park area, and that would be the button that you would click. You hover over it, changes colors. Once you choose that, it will take you to this form that says current sales data request. All you do is complete it. It's very brief, has a couple pull down messages, and if you have any particular questions in this comment box, just ask them, and then click the green button. That will come to me, and I will know that you want to get some information about Summit Park and what it's doing. So you don't have to wait for the next webinar. We're happy to send that to you whenever you want. You can also use our website to search for properties in Summit Park. The maroon button allows you to search for homes, and the orange one allows you to search for condominiums. If you do, you'll see a variety of properties in Summit Park, and feel free to click on any one of them, and it will give you the details. These are active listings, and they provide you with good information about homes in Summit Park, or really any other locations that we host on our website. Now with that in mind, I'm wrapping up the summary of Summit Park, but we are moving from the resort ski season, now that the ski season is over with for the Park City and Deer Valley, into the spring and summer months. That's the primary home selling season for Park City, and so I thought I would just wrap up this webinar giving you a couple tips or tricks to help you sell your home if you're thinking about selling your home. Well, what every seller wants is they, of course, want the best possible price within their desired time frame. Some people need to sell right away. Perhaps they have a job transfer, or they want to get closer to other family members or whatever. Others are in no hurry. But you want to get the highest price irrespective of what your time deadlines are. And so this can be accomplished in a number of different ways. One of the ways is to recognize the fact that today's buyers shop online for a home. They go to the internet. 94% of all buyers start on the internet. And so it's important that you have a fabulous first impression there on the internet. And that happens as a result of making sure your property looks its very best inside and out on the internet. And you do that with outstanding images that are captured by a professional photographer. And by having those, you can attract more buyers online. So how do you get your very best pictures that represent your home that attract the greatest amount of buyers? Well, when the photographer comes, they need to come on what we like to call the fake living day. Now, what is the fake living day? Well, in essence, it's photo day. But the reason we call it the fake living day is because no one lives in a home that looks the way that we want your home to look on photo day. So it's kind of the fake living day. Nobody really lives there because they don't have everything in its perfect location. There's laundry, there's dishes out, there's any sort number of different things. And so we want to make sure if we're going to present your property online that looks its very, very best, realizing nobody really lives in a home that nice. It will, however, make your home look terrific, and that is what we want to attract more buyers to your property. So some tips: remove personal items. These pictures here behind me show a very customized home, and everybody's home is customized to some degree, but it makes it hard to appreciate the room, so you want to minimize your personal items. You also want to remove religious items because sometimes they can be distracting. And then finally, you want to remove dead animals. Some people hunt, they keep them as trophies, they're very proud of them, but a lot of people don't care for them and it's distracting and they find it difficult to look at the home if they're considering buying it. So it's important that you remove those items. Also, everything comes off the flat surfaces in your home. That means your kitchen, which often has a lot of clutter and has many things that are important in the course of day-to-day living, but remember, this is fake living day, so you got to get rid of that stuff. Also, a flat surface is a vertical surface, so look at the refrigerator. Those notes and those magnets, they've got to go. Look at the difference. These pictures show the home, show the kitchen, show how beautiful it is. That's what you want to attract buyers. You also want to set the dining table for an eloquent dinner rather than having it blank and clear, even though it's a flat surface. Look how inviting this is. Makes you want to come there and entertain friends. And so it's important for it to be attractive, comfortable living area for your dining. Kitchens must be clean and orderly, ready to go. This is not an example of it. You got papers out, the toaster's out, you got things around the sink. You don't want that. But when you live in your home, you don't pay attention to that. You might have dog bowls or a dog and have the dog pet bed. Those need to clean up for fake living day because it's fake living day. Look at the difference here. This is probably what many people's kitchens look like on a day in and day out basis. Fake living day, we want it to look like this. So go in the bathrooms, remove the shampoos, the soaps, trash cans, toilet bowl cleaners. Go to the laundry room, pull that basket off there, make it look as best as it possibly can. Go into your closets. Realize that on fake living day, we're only going to shoot pictures of your walk-in closets. But if you have a walk-in closet, make it look big and in order. Most people don't like the closet they currently have. They want to find a home that has a more attractive closet. That's a big selling point. Now, speaking of big selling points, there's 3 rooms that sell a house. They are the kitchen, the great room, in some instances the living room instead if you don't have a great room, and the master bedroom. So you really want to focus on those areas, making them look their very, very best. Well, that's just a couple of tips and tricks I wanted to share with you. There's a whole lot more, and we're happy to share with you on them. We're here to assist you in any way that we can. And I want to let you know that we offer anybody, upon request, a free A/B repairs list. And what that is if you're thinking about selling your property and you want to make sure it's looking its best and will sell faster and for the highest possible price, we'll come through and do an inspection. We will identify any repairs or recommended renovations, enhancements to your home, and we will classify them either as A or B. An A item often makes a difference between you selling or not selling your property. It's very important. Or another reason an item would be an A item is whatever cost it may cost you to do the repair, you're likely to get that or more back when you sell your house. That's an A item. A B item, other items that help, but they're a little harder to ascertain a value. So we'll give you that list, let you go to town on that. Makes your house look better, it makes you sell it easier for more money. We'll, of course, go into more detail on the fake living day. There's other things I haven't covered here. Overall, we want you to know that we're always here to advise you along the way. And with that in mind, feel free to give Doug or I, there's Doug with me in the picture, a call, and we're happy to come visit your property, show you details on homes, similar homes that have sold, and we're here for that. And there's no obligation if you want some information. Our goal is to constantly give you good, valuable information. That's why we're doing this webinar. Finally, let me just wrap up and say, if you want to learn how much your Summit home or lot is worth in today's market. Really easy. All you have to do is go to our website, the main home page, scroll down to the section, learn what your property is worth, and complete the form. Or you can simply send Doug or I an email. But let me just pop up the website real quickly. Here's the home page. You just scroll down, down, down to this section, learn what your property is worth. There's a couple blanks here and some pull down menus where you describe your property. You've got 3 bedrooms, you got 4 baths, etc. It will take you less than a minute to complete that whole form. When you get to this section, put a check mark next to this first one, which is contact me for a free property value assessment. Then you click the green button and that will come to us. We will contact you give you a free property value assessment. Again, no obligation, but it's just that easy if you want to find out what your property is worth in today's market. And frankly, you don't need to be planning to sell it. If you just want to know, let us know and we're happy to give you that information. If you have any questions whatsoever about what I've presented or the real estate market or anything you think we might be helpful at assisting you with, send me an email, ron@thewilsteinteam.com or Doug@thewilsteinteam.com. If you'd like a call, please include your phone number and a preferred time and we'll give you a ring. Finally, I just want to remind you, every single month we do a webinar called Park City Market Talk. We discuss some of the information we did in our overview on the Park City market in this webinar, but we go into greater detail. And then we usually zero in on 2 or 3 other topics that are very timely or on everyone's mind or impact the Park City real estate market. So if you want to check that out, let us know. We're happy to give you a reminder, and all these webinars are posted on our website at BuyParkCityRealEstate.com. So with that in mind, thank you for taking the time to participate in this webinar. I hope you found it informative, and we're always here if you need any assistance with your Park City real estate. Bye-bye.